The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Timberwolves.
Oh, say does that star...
The Mavericks are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. And we've got...
Oh, guys, you...
All right, D, not a problem. I ordered more than enough for all of us. Kevin, of all the people you've faced, who is the toughest guy for you to score against? Down low, let's pick that geography. Who is the toughest? And Kevin, your last couple of years, you got to mentor some young players. Karl Anthony Towns comes to mind. How good do you think he can be?
Man, Cat is the next. He is what I call the next of the next. Yes, he has the pedigree. He has the work ethic. He has the IQ. Most importantly, the desire. You know, when you talk about players being better, I always like to think about players know history. He understands history. He's been here before. You follow him through his high school years. He's always wanted to be an anchor. He's always wanted to be a very informative person. He looks for knowledge. He seeks a lot of knowledge. He wants to know what he's up against as far as history. Who am I chasing? What's his number? How many rebounds did he get? What did he do his rookie year? That's what's driving him.
And KG, so great to see you. It takes me back. It really does.
A lot of people don't know, man. We got real original ties, man.
Back to the beginning.
95, man. My original man right here.
Here he was, man. You were a thrill a minute. I'll tell you that.
Man,
a thrill a minute.
Now look at us. 21 years later, dog. Man, can you believe
We're still
this?
standing.
We are. They haven't caught on yet. Don't say it.
Shh. Okay. Zhang with a screen on Smith. Wiggins from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Man, that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you. And you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. It's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can.
As we get a break in the action, let's take a moment to check out the NBA's leaders in steals. Fifth, Jimmy Butler.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Bjelica, he checks in for Karl Anthony Towns. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and it's Crawford in for Butler. Here's the screen. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
No messing around from Smith there. When he's on the attack, he's got room to soar. He takes off towards the rim. Boom.
Zhang, a screen. Shot off the pick. They grab their own miss. Bjelica lays it up off the glass. Bjelica's got his first points of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And stolen by DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking them.
Mavericks trail by 15. Here's Farrell. Poke loose. Mejri, the pass to Farrell. They set the pick. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen.
Look on the floor for Minnesota. Then for the Mavericks, Noel's checked in for Mejri. Nowitzki comes in for Harris. And Barea subbed in for Smith. And Kevin, you've recently gotten a chance to do more TV. Your show Area 21 has been tremendous, and the critics love it. Talk about this chapter of your career.
Well, it was something that I wasn't planning on, but, Turner brought me a great concept, and it fit the mold of what any man cave is, and that's really what it is. But the fact that we can go in, watch games on multiple channels, see multiple games, articulate it, give it from a perspective of a player coming fresh out of this generation of players, give an understanding understanding to this generation of players is very important because these players now are very different. Teaching these young players, still being mentors of these players, very important. And still loving this game. It's still a beautiful game. Man, the game is growing. I'm watching these kids do all types of different stuff, man. The creativity in our game now is so heightened. So, yeah, I'm having a bunch of fun, which is one thing I never forgot, the piece of advice you've always told me, man. So you continue to enjoy what you do, and it'll show. And I'm hoping that I'm making you proud of that, Kay. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, man.
You're an incredible ambassador to all of those things. The game, the fun of life.
Right.
You capture a lot of the fun of life.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm enjoying it. So, hopefully it shows.
Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. Down low, it's Jang in town. And it's DJ in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, "I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times." Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. KG, I know you can't stay any longer. You've got to move on, but we appreciate your time, and it's always great to see you.
Kev, anytime, man. It's great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, let me know, man. I'm yours.
Former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and champion Kevin Garnett. Always fun to have Kevin Garnett on the set, Clark. You can tell he was in high spirits as usual. Have to respect his continued zeal for the game.
Yeah, he's never lacked for passion or zeal. It's been part of what's made him such a great player, a Hall of Famer in the future. And I don't think that's ever going away. I mean, he's really a kid at heart, and he played the game that way, which was a pleasure to watch. And, man, it's been really cool seeing him do what he did as an NBA player and actually giving back to some of the younger guys that are coming up in the league now.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Barea kicks to Smith. They set the screen. There's a screen by Noel. From deep three-point range, and so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up by 33 points as the buzz. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, a different look for Dallas. Measury, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Smith comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for J.J. Barea. Well, Clark, we know one thing. You are a connoisseur of scoring in the post. Which players, in your opinion, do you love to watch go to work on the block?
I tell you, DeMarcus Cousins is really good down there. He's got all of the tricks, and he's got size and great footwork, pretty decent athleticism as well. Karl Anthony Towns, very proficient. But again, I go back to my man, Zach Randolph. I mean, he's close to the ground. He's a lefty. And Zebo just gets it done in a way that I enjoy.
On the court for the Mavericks, Matthews and Barnes, the forward pair. Smith is out there with Ferrell. And it's Measury in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Ferrell passes to Matthews. Smith kicks to Measury. Dallas moving the ball around. Over in the corner, Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. That's short off the rim.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
All the officials are all over that one.
It's clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Smith. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
Smith very crafty at finding ways to get room for that mid-range shot. He's got an awesome in-between game.
The shot, no good. Dallas shooting is leaving some to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Barnes kicks to Farrell. And stolen by DJ. And here we go, DJ heading to the basket.
Hey, this is easy money for DJ. Loves these easy scoring chances. Wastes no time in leaking out in transition.
Got a piece of it. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Timberwolves ahead, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing.
Defensively, make sure we're all getting.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Minnesota shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Patton out there with Bialys. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. Then it's DJ. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Matthews dishes to Smith. Poked away. The 19-foot shot. And that one's good. DJ's got 9 points now in just the second half. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Timberwolves?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Matthews passes to Powell. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Muhammad. Minnesota making a switch. Jones is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Harris is checked in. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Powell kicks to Harris. Over Jones. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And DJ has the ultimate respect of the defense when he's on the drive. I mean, when he attacks like this, he forces them to foul.
The first one falls.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see two #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
Shot off the screen, and he gets it to go. 30 points for DJ.
Yeah, DJ looks for a shot on offense. I love that about him. He definitely has a scorer's mentality.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the pick. Harris kicks to McRoberts. And it's off from three-point range. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Patton gets it to go.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Jones against Harris. Floats one up. And that one is off. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And, you know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Powell with the screen. Here's Finney Smith. Matthews, no one around him. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. J.J. Barea is checked in for Matthews. Powell kicks to Harris. Powell with the screen. Pass to Finney-Smith. McRoberts dishes to Powell. Barea, the pass to Powell. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now, DJ, second chance shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Harris outside. Barea kicks to Harris. Well, the NBA has made some adjustments to prevent the hack-a-shack strategy, fouling big men who can't make free throws. It still happens. Clark, is it always going to be a part of the game, do you think?
I think it will be part of the game, and I don't necessarily like it. I would much rather see the rule be changed because I think it just enhances the quality of the product. Some would argue the strategy should be on board for poor free throw shooters. I disagree.
And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Feeds it to McRoberts. Powell dishes to Harris. Misses the 3. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DJ.
And you know what stood out to me, Kevin, was his confidence. I mean, he was taking a lot of good shots and knocking them all down.
Jones, the pass to DJ. Tries again. Mavericks with the rebound. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by DJ. Deflects the pass. Powell with the steal. Harris kicks to Finney-Smith. And he can't get the first one. He's off on the second. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against New Orleans. And it's good, 2 points. 36 points for DJ.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
The offensive rebound out to Harris. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won this game going